well. This video is about something super exciting that came into my office today. As you can tell from the title of this video, I'm about to show you guys what I think about this palette. This is the Huda Beauty Textured Shadows palette, rose gold palette. Everybody's talking about this recently. It's a limited edition palette. I bought it off Coat Beauty. I was not sent this or anything. What I'm planning to do in this video, I'm going to show you the palette firsthand. I have not swatched the colours yet or anything, so I'm going to do that on camera and then I'm going to apply it on camera. This is gonna be an interesting video. So the first thing I want to say, without even trying the eyeshadows yet, I really like this part of the packaging because this kind of goes with her whole theme, with the whole sliding packaging theme. Same with her lipsticks, same with her eyelashes, and this whole like her eyes. And I like the fact that it has like eyeshadows there. I like the fact that it has her social media at the back, her hashtag. I like the fact that it has different languages so everybody can understand. Excuse me, so everybody can understand. However, I'm not too keen about this packaging. I feel like this lid is a little bit flimsy. I feel like she could have worked a little bit more on the packaging of this part of the palette. However, I really like the other part and I kind of like the idea that you can see the palettes. Don't know what I feel about it not having a mirror though, but I'm not too fussy about that because I always have mirrors hanging around with other palettes and stuff. But as you can see, it's got a clear lid. And then you can see all of the eyeshadows through the lid without actually touching the eyeshadows, which is pretty cool, I suppose, because I think with this palette the main attraction is the shadows. Yeah, that's kind of it with the packaging. Another thing I want to say, I'm gonna show you guys a little bit more of a close-up of the shadows and stuff. My black shadow, and as I said, I haven't touched this palette yet, but my black shadow has a scrape on it. I don't know how to explain it, and I don't think my camera shows it very well, but it looks like it's been touched and scraped. I don't know why. I haven't touched it. None of the other shadows look like that. It's just the black one. So yeah, I don't know what happened there. It looks like it's been swatched and it looks like someone's fingernails been in it, which is not very pleasant. If you've heard of the palette, you will know that the attraction basically is the top bit, which are the foiled shadows. They're supposed to be very different to any other shadow out there, and they're supposed to be pretty special. Now these kind of remind me of the glittery shadows in the Morphe palettes and the Violet Voss palettes. I don't know what you guys think about that, but that's what they remind me of slightly. They're very thick, very shimmery. As I said, I haven't touched these yet, so I don't really know what it's gonna feel like. Maybe it will be a little bit different. We've got different names for the shades, and I really like the names. I think they're quite personal and creative, and some of them are quite basic, like 24K. I like Blessed, hashtag Blessed. I love that, and I love the colour. I think this one's gonna be my favourite eyeshadow. I'm also loving these two colours. They look stunning. This colour as a transition colour, it's called Sandalwood. This as a transition colour will probably be like the best thing, and I'm absolutely loving this colour. It's called Suede. This looks so good as a light eyebrow shade, honestly. And then there's Cocoa. I've watched a few reviews of this palette where people are a little bit confused with this shade in the palette. I kind of agree with the confusion. I understand some people like to use this colour to warm up the crease. However, I don't think I'm going to have any use of that. If you've followed me for a while, you'll know I hate, with a passion, pink. I do not like pink, which is funny since I've got a rose gold palette, but it's just pinks like this, like bright pinks, I'm not a huge fan of. However, these are all shades I cannot wait to use, and I'm sure I will love. I think there's two shadows that are different from the foiled ones, and I feel like it's these two. I'm going to swatch them as well as I can on my wrist so you guys can have a look at what they're like. I'm gonna go from the bottom row to the top row because I want to leave the foil shadows till the end because I feel like I'm gonna love them a lot and I want you guys to see them at the end. But anyway, I think I'm gonna swatch on this wrist just because I don't have any scars or anything, so you'll be able to see them a lot clearer. First swatch is going to be Sandalwood, which is this quite neutral slash warm brown, and it's great if you have a medium skin tone. This is great as a kind of transition colour in the crease, so I'm gonna just swatch that. Ooh. The colours, it feels quite, it doesn't feel very chalky at all when swatching. Ooh, that is really pigmented. Very soft, not chalky, and not powdery, which is something I don't like with some MAC shadows. I feel like they're really powdery, and as soon as you dip your brush in, it's like powder everywhere, eyeshadow everywhere, and you're just wasting product. So yeah, I'm quite surprised by that pigment. I'm really excited to see how the rest are now. So the next one is Henna, which is a beautiful like brown reddish color. Look at that, look at that. That is very pigmented. That is really pigmented. Ooh. Guys, I'm already in love with this palette, and I've only swatched 2 matte colours. I haven't even swatched the foils yet, and I know I'm gonna die when I swatch the foils because I have an obsession with these kind of shadows. Anyway, next is Man Eater. This is kind of a reddy cranberry colour. Again, swatching with the finger, very pigmented again. They all feel very similar, no differences within the textures, and the same type of pigmentation, very pigmented. I'm really impressed with that. Next is Cocoa, which is this brown, warm brown. And that's what that looks like. Very pigmented. Next is Suede, and I am already obsessed with the shade, and I haven't even tried it yet. I know I'm gonna be in love with this so much. It's like a cool mid brown, perfect for brows, I think. So I'm gonna swatch this now. Wow, that's the perfect ashy cool brown. I love it, I love it. So I'm just gonna swatch it now. Wow, I love it. I'm just gonna dip my finger very lightly in it. Wow. Oh my god, that's crazy. That is crazy pigmented. So those are the first 6 shadows swatched on my arm. As you can see, they're really pigmented, and I am in love with this shade, and these 2 the most. I think they're so pretty and so pigmented. I'm just gonna wipe these off so we can get on to the next row. So I'm gonna start swatching the second row. I'm gonna start from Moondust, and this is, as I said earlier, it's kind of a shimmery shade. I'm sorry if I'm looking at the viewfinder quite a lot, by the way. I'm just making sure I'm in frame, because sometimes the eyeshadow palette is there and I'm like, yeah guys, this is what I'm swatching right now. Can you see the swatch? So I want to make sure I'm in frame, so sorry about that. It's supposed to be good for like the brow bone and like highlighting the brow bone and stuff. Ooh, girl. I think I'm going to be using this as a highlighter. That's what it looks like. And wow, guys, this kind of has like a pinkish, it has gold obviously, but it has this very, I don't know, maybe I'm seeing things. This is stunning. This is stunning. I can't wait to show you a close-up of this. It's stunning. Like, I don't even have any words for that. Next is Bay, and Bay is just a yellow shade, and I've heard Huda say that she uses this, a little bit of this under her eye to kind of brighten the under eyes on top of concealer, and I think that's such a good idea. And it's the perfect colour if you have like a medium skin tone to use this on top of your setting powder on your concealer to just brighten the under eye. It's a little bit like banana powder. It's so nice. I'm gonna swatch this. Very pigmented again. Ooh, nice. You can't really tell it that much because it's quite similar to my skin tone. Next is Shy, and this is like a mauvey toned down pink. That's what it looks like on my finger. That's what it looks like on my skin. Next is Flamingo. As I said, not my favorite color in this palette for obvious reasons. I really don't like pink, and it's just a bright pink. Not a fan of it, to be honest, but hey ho, everybody likes different things, and I don't think it breaks the palette for me because all the other shades are so stunning. Next is Bossy, and this is like a aubergine color. This one's very, ooh, this is very pigmented. Very. I don't even want to start with the full shadows yet. I want to, but I have to. Okay. Alright, we're starting with hashtag blessed. Oh my god, guys. I'm so ready for this. Like, I'm seriously so ready. Oh my god. Guys. This is a game changer. I'm sorry, but it feels like I'm touching cream. Color is amazing. Oh my god. So that's the Middle Row. I'm just gonna close up so you guys can have a look. As you can see, Moonbeam is quite a shimmery colour. It's not the same kind of texture as this though. This is one of the foil shades. This is hashtag blessed. Stunning. Pigments in this is stunning. These two I don't think are as pigmented as the other matte shades, like not the same as this. I don't know why, but this pigmentation here is amazing, and this foil shadow is just stunning. Absolutely stunning. I absolutely love this. Alright, so on to the top row. I'm gonna start with Dubai here. It feels so good. So textured. So stunning. Just gonna... This is so pretty. This is so pretty. If you're doing like a smoky and you want something quite dark in the middle, this is beautiful. Next, I'm taking Fling, which is a kind of dark maroon colour. Wow. Next is Rose Gold, which is kind of the main kind of attraction of this palette, I suppose, because it's named after the palette. Ooh, this is mad. Oh my god. That is a crazy shadow. Next is Trust Fund. I really love this shade. Let's have a look. Absolutely stunning. Sorry guys, I missed out a shade. I just realized I missed out 24K. So let's swatch that. I think I got too excited with the Rose Gold. Oh my god. This one's crazy. This formula is something else, honestly. Like I've felt something similar to this, but not exactly like this. Okay, we're done with the foil shadows. We've got one more shadow on the same row, and this is just another shimmery shade like Moonbeam, I believe. I think so. I think it's... I don't know now. It feels kind of... But it's not the same as the foil shadows, I don't think. I don't think it's the same. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, it's very pigmented as well. I'm just going to close up for you guys. As you can see, super pigmented. Super shimmery. Look at that shimmer. Look at that pigment. It's crazy. So I'm pretty impressed with the eyeshadows and how they've swatched. I don't think all of the mattes are as pigmented as the rest of them. For example, I don't think these two are too pigmented in comparison to the pigment down here. However, on the most part, I think the shadows are really good quality, and they show up really nicely on the skin. So I'm gonna test these on camera on my eyes now. Swatching is not really the same as actually using them on your eyes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do my brows, and I'm gonna come and show you guys how they work on my eyes. Okay, so I've already primed my eyes using these two bad boys, which I always use by NYX. This is the eyeshadow primer, and then I use this base on top of it, which is just a nude kind of skin tone base for me. And that's what I have on right now. I'm going to take Bay. That's a matte kind of yellowish colour, and I'm gonna blend that on my entire lid. It kind of stops my eyeshadows from creasing later on. I'm gonna start with Sandalwood in my crease, and it's a gorgeous kind of warm tan brown colour. I do feel like you really need to blend these shadows though. Make sure your shadows are completely blended. You don't want anything looking streaky or uneven. Doing the same on the other side. I'm gonna take this brown. I'm gonna blend that into my crease, taking a bit of a smaller brush for this. I'm just gonna concentrate this on the outer crease area, so this area here. Not blending it too much into the crease, so not towards the front of the crease, just this area here. Doing the same on the other. And then I'm gonna put a little bit more of Sandalwood on the brush, and I'm just gonna go into this area of the crease a little bit more. I'm gonna take a little bit of Cocoa, and I'm gonna blend that in my crease as well. So I'm taking it towards the inner, the kind of middle area of my crease, deepening the crease and kind of warming it up slightly. And then I'm taking the other brush, and I'm just gonna blend everything so there's no streakiness. Huda says that the best way to use this is with your finger, because the warmth of your finger makes it last longer and makes it more pigmented on the eye. So I'm going to be taking hashtag blessed, and I'm going to put that all over my lid. Oh boy, that is giving me so much life. The only thing I don't like about using my finger, I just feel like I don't get as much control as I do with a brush. Such a nice colour, I'm in love. I'm just getting that right in. Okay, so I want to kind of give the lid a little bit of a highlight effect. So I'm going to take 24K and I'm going to put a very small amount of this on the middle of my lid, just here. Just like that. Just like that. I want to deepen the outer area of my eyes, so I'm going to use black truffle to do this, and I'm going to dab that in my outer area, and then I'm going to blend it with a blending brush just to deepen the eye. Alright, so I'm pretty much done with the eyeshadow for now. I'm gonna go do my eyeliner and my base makeup, and then I'll be back to finish things off. So I've done my eyeliner, I put my lashes on. These are Samantha lashes by Huda as well, and I've done my foundation. So now I'm just gonna finish off my eye makeup. I'm gonna put a little bit of sandalwood just underneath my lash line, in that area here. Just taking it kind of halfway down my eye, not all the way in. And then I'm going to take Moon Dust, this highlighter shade, and I'm going to put it on my brow bone. That looks really good. I'm also going to put this in my inner corners. I'm going to finish off doing my contouring and my blush, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back. This is the finished look for today. I absolutely love it. I've also finished off the face using Trendsetter on the lips, also by Huda Beauty. By the way, this liquid lipstick is amazing. One of the best liquid lipsticks I've tried. Overall, I feel like the palette is really lovely. There's some beautiful shadows in here. There's some really nice matte colors. There's some really nice full shadows. I think the palette could have been worked on a little bit more, and I think some of the matte shadows could have been worked on a little bit more. However, I feel like the quality of the products doesn't really match the price. As someone who has just started my own business, and I know how difficult it is to get packaging and to get certain things and to start off brand new, a lot of prices could add up, and that's why Huda probably priced this at £58, I think. Kind of understand the struggle that she's probably going through to create this price, the struggle that she went through to find these shadows. I completely understand that, which is why I support her still. But I feel like in the future she should think about her pricing and reducing the prices of these palettes. I feel like the palette could have been a lot better if there was a mirror, and if, as I said, the matte shadows were played around with a little bit more. Other than that, I feel like it's such a gorgeous palette. It's like a must-have palette in your collection. It's got some gorgeous colours. I'm completely in love with this. It's very unique, it's very different, and it's got that personal touch from Huda, which I really love. And I've been following Huda and supporting her for such a long time, and even though this is a pricey palette, I would still support her even through this, because I know how hard it is to have your own business and to start up. I am really proud of Huda and what she's accomplished in so little time, and honestly, if you can, I would recommend you to purchase this palette. If you can't, I would recommend the Morphe palettes. But again, congratulations Huda on this beautiful palette. I can't wait to see what more you have in store. And yeah, that's it really. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see some more images of my look, just head over to my Instagram. There'll probably be a lot of images by now. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Let me know if you'd like me to do any other first impression videos. This is like, I think, my first one, because I'm so impatient. I can't wait to film. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.